Wat Pui Bangka. What's coming up now is a building of an Asian Wat, a Buddhist temple, built in the old style of tropical rainforest timbers, built in the old style using some newer material. But the key point that's fascinating is the sawmill, the BANDSAW mill that has built and sawn all the timber used in this project. When you see how big it is, you will not believe how good this little workhorse is and how simple and uncomplicated it is. Oh my God, you just won't believe it. You think you need a bloody $15,000 sawmill? No. Project, have a look at this. You don't need any better. They're building a temple out of it. You'll see the timber that's sawn. You'll see how hard it works. You'll see all the stuff sitting around. If you're a sawmiller or you've got an interest in sawmilling, watch this and you'll see all about it. Okay, cut the bullshit. We'll get right to the point. So where am I? I'm in central Thailand, in rural Thailand. And I've come across this Wat, which is a Buddhist temple. It's called a Wat, and they've got major building works going on. It's a woodworker's dream. Just have a look at the detail, the materials, the timber, and the way they do things. Totally fascinating for anybody who is a woodworker or anybody who has an interest in woodworking. Check it out. I can't go up there with my camera because he's spraying the lacquer on all those tables he's made, tables and benches there. Working away doing that. But I might be able to get up to see the BANDSAW mill, which is right behind them there in the background. You might be able to see it. The BANDSAW mill, the homemade BANDSAW mill that they made all the timber for this building out of. Unbelievable. Big comment, it's all traditional methods. I see we've got stainless steel hardware, which just makes common sense. And the little patterns on the wood here are done with electric router. Modern stuff and old stuff. Nobody said it has to be done traditional, just the style of traditional. Soli cup. Beautiful swear. Now we've got those square panels there, and we've got on the back here a little bit with timber lapping panels, which I think is a shower of a little window up the top, might be a shower or a toilet. These are carved by hand. The roof supports all carved by hand. Just beautiful. As in all building sites, I've got to be careful. I'm walking around. Look what I'm walking in. I'm walking in these things around the building site. That can't be good, but that's what I'm doing. A little bit of sawdust in there. Yes, they're using electric planers, sanding discs, all that modern stuff. And what they're building is a set of pavilions and enclosed buildings out of traditional teak in a traditional old style. And they've been there for a couple of years working away at these projects, but what I didn't realise was that they were sawing their own timber on site. I never understood that, and there's the guys spraying and lacquering tables and furniture to go inside those pavilions. Yeah, it's all happening. It's a woodworker's dream. Have a look at the craftsmanship and the details. I'll call the timber teak. I don't exactly know if it's teak. The houses around the area in the villages that are made of wood are called teak houses, so we just call it teak. If I'm wrong, let me know. A lot of big timber here. That's a non-typical way of drying timber that I haven't seen before. And over back there's another big heap. As you can see, fellas, you guys that know about stuff, it's all been bandsawed. All been sawed with bandsaws. Have a look at that, it's beautiful. We're on the river Bang Pa Kong in Bangkok, Wat Po in Bangkok, not Wat Po in Bangkok, that's a different one. But all these timbers here, you can see the upright timbers, the posts, the pillars, are real timber, real logs. That's been built since I've been staying here over the last couple of years, and the roof's been painted. But all these posts and that's all been done. Thais are very good at making concrete to look like posts at restaurants and things like that. They do an excellent job, and this almost looks too clean. You would think it's possibly concrete if you saw it in Bangkok or somewhere. But no, it's all timber. I can't come up there because he's using the spray. Spraying, he's got a whole heap of tables he's made up there. Have a look. I might not be able to get close to it today, but if you can see, the height elevation is a block and tackle. The frame is just steel, and the wheels are some sort of scooter wheels. And that's about all I can see from here. And it's got an electric motor on it, which just makes sense. There's always electricity in Thailand everywhere you go. Beautiful. Aye, very beautiful. There's the proud operator. Yeah, it's got a position over there for another guide, but it's only got one set up. And the funny thing, it doesn't have a back guide on that. Just two rollers, top and bottom. Electric motor and motorbike wheels. Now I did say that the elevation was the block and tackle, but that's been put on later. There is a bike spoke chain to lift it up over there, but it apparently has failed at some stage in the past. It's actually just cut off. It's got a bit of a bicycle frame welded to the pedalling part. So there you go, there's the saw. It slides up and down on a couple of squares outside, like all saws do. Doesn't seem to be any packing in there. And that thing has done so much work. Oh, here's the saw blade. There's a big saw blade. Quite a large and wide one. That's it, guys, looking good. This is the saw boss operator. And a couple of jigs on top there. I don't know what they're for, but there it is. Very basic sawmill. Couple of bearings, electric motor, not too tight. What a workplace, eh? What a position to come to work. Just lovely. The varnish you're using, can't read it. Berger 404. Okay, let's go. Popcorn crop, thank you. Well, that's about it. There you go. There's the off-cut pile. These are some of the old timbers. You can see that's been done with a chainsaw I've seen guys doing that with trees in the paddock, the farmers and people get a tree down and they just eye it and cut it with a chainsaw and do a real good job. Actually, my son can do that. You forget about the Alaskan mills and things like that. You don't need them. If you use the right method, you can freehand it with a bit of string, and you can freehand it to a very reasonable size, dimension boards, logs, square frames, beams. Beams is the word I'm looking for, beams. You know, 8x8s and stuff like that, 10x4s. You can do it really good with a freehand with a chainsaw if you know this technique and how to do it. Yeah guys, I want to get some video of the sawmill in operation of it sawing its timber. And I have certain problems. One of the main problems is I don't speak Thai and nobody around the area speaks English. But I really want to thank the guys who are on the building site for letting me film in there. I had no way of asking them, I just had to smile politely and do it. So I'm sorry I haven't got any footage of the sawmill in operation. I'm going to really try to get some footage in the future. But as I say, it's impossible to ask them when they're going to be working again. And by the look of the site, I think they've sawn most of their timber they need for that project. I may have to wait until I catch them working on another project, and that could be quite a while. But anyway, I hope I got enough details there of the mill and how it's made and the amount of work a very small and basic sawmill can do on this tropical hardwood, which is extremely hard timbers. Cheers guys, enjoy yourselves. As I say, start making sawdust. Bye. Those noises you can hear up above are the fruit bats. This is a fruit bat colony. It's got a certain smell to it, which is not offensive, it's just a smell. Okay, well I'm leaving now. All the bats are up in the trees, screeching and carrying on. I'm going home.